gosh. This is ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. I tell you what, combating fake news, destroying narratives, it's a full-time job. It really is. Can you guys see me okay? I don't know if they added any light. I got the sun on my back, but reparations, man, I don't know if I should be mad or happy with joy, because it's hilarious, right? I like to laugh sometimes. You need to laugh to diffuse all the nonsense and the anger. Everybody deserves a good laugh, right? Man, are you kidding me? Like, okay, there's so many angles to attack this from, right? Reparations. We all know that this is the latest smokescreen scam for Democrats. It's a talking point. It's dangling the carrot in front of blacks. Like, oh, here, black people, here's some reparations for you. Here's some money. Okay. Slavery ended a century and a half ago, more than 150 years. There's no reparations getting paid out. We know this. They know this. Everybody knows this, except for some people. Now, if there was anybody that should pay reparations, it's the Democrat Party. Now, let's just start. Let's start from the beginning, okay? Sheila Jackson Lee is the one who introduced this bill. A bill to form a commission to study reparations, okay? Let's start with this woman. She is a certified poverty pimp, okay? This woman runs one of the most poverty-stricken districts in Houston, probably in the whole state of Texas, probably in the entire country. She's a poverty pimp, okay? Her and Maxine Waters have the exact same talking points. They have their constituents nice and brainwashed and finessed to keep them in power. They know how to campaign. So the nerve of this woman, there's nothing more insulting to black people in this country than to talk about reparations as a means to move blacks up the economic ladder. I mean, there's a very simple question. Anybody could ask a very simple question. Okay, who gets it? Who pays it? How much? One-time payment, monthly payment? What about blacks that are dead? What about blacks that haven't been born yet? What about blacks that are in prison? What about blacks that own slaves? What about blacks that are half black? What about blacks that are, what about whites that were slaves? Like, just, there's so many caveats to it. It's too convoluted for it to ever come to fruition. Mind you, it was 150 years ago, like I said. It's just insane. It's insane that we're talking about it. But since the Democrats want to have this conversation and pretend like they care, let's expose their real agenda with this. Okay, let's get into this a little bit. Okay, Democrats want to look busy. This is busy work. This is them saying, look, we're working for the blacks. We care about the blacks so much. We're working on reparations. We're going to form a commission to study it. The reason why I call that a scam is because it's a way for them to grow government, right? They want to create a bureaucracy to line the pockets of unelected bureaucrats. Because who's going to study reparation? Who's this commissioner that's going to study reparations, right? That's what it is. It's a way to line the pockets of bureaucrats. It's a way for them to look busy and pretend like they care and look sincere. It's a talking point for all of the candidates, the 41 clowns running against Trump. It's a way to keep blacks in the past. It's a way to keep us focused on slavery. They don't want blacks to ever forget about that, right? Nobody living today was a slave, is a slave. Nobody living today owned a slave or owned slaves, except for the mental slaves, right? So it's a distraction. They want to distract black people from real problems facing the black community. Like, I don't know, single mother homes or abortion or horrible schools, you know, Like, that's what they want us to focus on, is slavery and racism. Why in the hell was Jim Crow trending on Twitter yesterday? That's right, Jim Crow. Now, I get it. There's some people that are alive, that lived through Jim Crow. The year is 2019, not 1920. Why are we talking about slavery and Jim Crow? It's the Democrats throwing mud at the wall to see what will stick, to try to keep that sacred black vote, and to stoke the flames of racial division. Right? Reparations is divisive as hell. They want the country divided. They want it divided. It is a race-based policy. It's pretty much saying we should tax white people so that black people can have money. There's not a single black person today that will ascend the economic ladder from a government handout. Black people have been under, like I said in my interview with Owen Schroyer, we have been under the boot of big government since we came into this country. 1619, slavery was a government program, just like the welfare state is a government program, just like all the aspects of socialism, from Medicare for all to the Green New Deal, it's all government programs. That's all they want to do, is grow government. And they're insulting black people by saying, you can't do it on your own. You're too stupid to do for yourself. We're going to do it for you. We're so sorry for slavery. Why don't you pay it out yourself? Now, here's another thing. You know, a lot of liberals, leftists, especially white liberals, will virtue signal really hard about this. Well, I think reparations should be paid out, and I feel bad because my ancestors owned slaves, and yada, yada, yada. Here's my problem with the left, one of several. They're always advocating for government. If they believe in reparations so much, why don't they raise the money themselves? Why do we need government to raise taxes on everybody else? Because that would include black people. See, it's so stupid and convoluted. You're going to raise everybody's taxes so you can pay reparations, but you're going to raise my taxes and then give me reparations right back. It's so stupid. But if they truly believe in this cause, why don't they raise the funds themselves? They can set up GoFundMes for other stupid shit like Trump baby blimps. Let's set up a GoFundMe so we can inflate a balloon and show Trump how much we hate him. See, they set up GoFundMes for that, but then they'll virtue signal about reparations. Because they don't care. They don't care. So I hate that. That's always the solution, is we should have government tell us what to do. They did the same thing with the Green New Deal. They're like, well, you know, we really need to do something about carbon emissions. Okay, stop driving your car. Why do you need the government to tell you to stop driving your car? Why do you need the government to retrofit your house? Just retrofit your house. If you care about the cause, you would take action on your own. But that's the ideology of the left. It's always government. It's like, well, the solution would be, you know, let's form a commission to study reparations instead of setting up a GoFundMe. You know what's funny about that? Conservatives and patriots of this country set up a GoFundMe to build the border wall. Right? When we raise money, it's for a cause. It's for something that's real, something that's genuine, something tangible, something that can actually get done. We focus on issues that affect the entire country. What percentage of Americans actually care about reparations or support it? Right? Black people are 12.5%, 13% of the population. Not even the full percentage of black people in this country support reparations. So what fringe, tiny minority of people actually care about this? When we have a crisis at our southern border, we got medieval diseases creeping back in. We got the government trying to force vaccinations on everybody. We got the politicians in Congress trying to impeach our president. We got propaganda coming out of the woodworks from all directions, trying to subvert our culture and destroy the youth. We have so many more problems than some reparations that are not going to get paid out. But you know what the Democrats are going to do? They're going to use it as a talking point. They're going to say, look, we tried to work on it, but it got voted down in the Senate because those racist, mean Republicans, they hate black people. See, they use it as a straw man. That's what they're going to do. They use it as a straw man to say, look, we tried to form a commission to study reparations, and the Republicans in the Senate blocked it. Not because it's stupid, but because they're racist. It's stupid and senseless, but they're going to say, oh, it's because the Republicans are racist. See, they use it as a talking point. See, I'm on to them now. I'm on to them. And I know you guys are too. More and more people are on to this. It's just really a shame that the black celebrities, entertainers, Danny Glover and some other people, they can go and talk at a congressional hearing about why we need reparations and digging up the past, but they won't mention a word about black on black crime. You know, they won't talk about the abortion rate in the black community, more black babies aborted than born. You know, they won't talk about prison reform or the problems with gangs and crimes and drugs or illegal immigration flooding over the border, you know, flooding drugs and crime into the most vulnerable communities. They don't care about that. It's all about a big fat virtue signal, and it's all about leading black minds astray. I've always said, like, I feel like the black celebrities are just gatekeepers to free thinking, because without someone like, I don't know, you name them, Danny Glover, Samuel Jackson, whoever, these people influence culture, like it or not. Everyone's like, oh, celebrities, who cares about what they think? Well, some people do. I used to be one of those people. When I was younger, I used to look up to celebrities, athletes, you know, rappers, Jay-Z, I used to look up to them. But they're gatekeepers, right? They don't actually do, they're so irresponsible at pivoting the discussion to something that's actually meaningful. So we're talking about reparations in 2019. More than a century and a half after slavery ended, not a dime has been paid out, and not a dime is going to be paid out. This is all just nonsense. This is just something for the Democrats to talk about, something for them to bring up in the debates. Everyone can sign on, yeah, I stand for reparations. It's something for liberals to virtue signal and retweet people and show how much they care about the blacks. But then they go and vote for the same policies that destroy the black community. You know, like being against, they're against school choice. I could go on and on, guys. I really could. But I had to vent about that real quick because, you know, I really wanted to focus on Trump 2020 and how great that rally was, and how if I'd had even 30 seconds more to talk on Fox News, I would have said a lot more. I would have said, and I wish I would have. You know, I'm looking back, I'm like, you know, if I had time to rehearse that, because that was off the top of the head. You know, if I had time to actually rehearse what I was going to say, I would have said, when Trump said, make America great again, he was talking to me. He was talking to black people. If you're black and you live in this country, congratulations, you're an American. So make America great again means everybody. You know, I really would have just said that. So maybe a lot of you have reached out and said, you need a spot on Hannity. You should go on Fox News. You should be a regular contributor. That would be great. But I think at some point, they would have to sit me down and be like, Mike, look, you can't speak that kind of truth over the airways, okay? You are rattling the eardrums of some people out there. See, I think I would be a little bit too real, a little too truthful. Got to have somewhat of a filter on there. But you know what? I would have totally just said, like, look, there's no color in patriotism, nothing. You know, it doesn't matter. And it's proof. The proof is in the policies. They're working for everybody. Everybody's winning under this president. So we are actually unified under this president. Anybody can be a patriot. Anybody. As long as you're an American, you can be a patriot. And that includes legal immigrants who assimilate and are Americans. They're patriots. A lot of them are. But see, the Democrats, the donkey party, the party of division, the party of slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, welfare, Great Society Act, LBJ, all of this, and the present day Democrats with the soft bigotry of low expectations. Oh, reparations for the blacks. They can't do it on their own. I don't want your free money. Don't give me your money. Because it's not your money. It's taxpayer money, which is my money too. See, they think people are stupid, especially black people. They think we're stupid. They think we can't do it on our own. They think some handout on top of all the other handouts that have destroyed our community will actually make a difference. It's not. It's just enough to shut us up and secure our vote for 2020 because they know they're losing it. They're losing it. How many Mike-nificents are out there? How many Mike-nificents have I created of people who have walked away from that hopeless garbage message that's shoved down their throats by Democrats and liberals and leftists and the media every single day of like, oh, you're a victim, you're living under white supremacy. There's no hope in it. That message sucks. Nobody wants to hear that message. It's garbage. That's what the Democrats are doing. And people are tired of it. They want something that's more uplifting, something that they can connect to, something that inspires them. And that happens to be what Trump is talking about right now. And that's what I'm talking about. Make America great again. So I appreciate you guys letting me vent. I had to get that off my chest. And I want to drive a nail into the coffin of reparations. I hope it doesn't get brought up again, although I'm sure it will again in 2024, 2028. You see what I'm saying? 2032. Right around election time. Like, let's tug at the heartstrings of minorities. Let's get them hating white people. Let's dig up the past and talk about slavery. Let's put out some slavery movies and documentaries and short films. Let's talk about Central Park 5. Let's tug at the heartstrings of blacks in this country and remind them that they're separate, not equal, separate. Let's call them African Americans. Let's hyphenate it so that they can feel othered. Let's make them feel bad. Let's control their minds through the concept of racism. Let's tell them it's everywhere. It's all around them. There's white supremacy. Let's tell them Republicans hate them. Let's tell them conservatives are racist and bigoted. Let's have all of these real sellouts in the black community, the black celebrities, entertainers, rappers, musicians, John Legends of the world. Those people suck. Let's have them trot out there and be gatekeepers and try to down talk anything that uplifts the community. Let's have them focus on the wrong things, like, oh, police brutality, police brutality. Never mind that black people kill more black people than any cop ever. Let's have them talk about, oh, the people that protest. Let's bring up Charlottesville. Let's keep talking about that. Let's have them talking about the wrong things. I'm tired of it, man. But that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, to continue blowing up their narrative, being the direct antithesis to that liberal bullshit ideology of victimhood. I'm not going to toe that line of victimhood and eternal dependence on the government. I just had to get that off my chest, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's new, that's subscribed on YouTube or is following me on Facebook. You guys are awesome. Thanks to everyone that's donated. And oh, before I leave, I don't know if you guys know this, but I interviewed Owen Schroyer and I uploaded it to Facebook, but it's got less than 100 views, which doesn't make sense. Surprise, surprise, Facebook doesn't want you to know that. So what you need to do is go to my page under the video section and find it and watch it and share it, because it is being suppressed. But we had like a 45-minute interview and I uploaded it. I want you guys to check it out. We covered some of this stuff. We talked reparations. We talked censorship, a bunch of different things. Go check it out. Owen Schroyer from InfoWars. Go check that out, guys. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you in the next video.